Hello students, this video is based on lesson number 2, Weathering and Mass Movement for standard 11th Arts, Commerce and Science. So let us start with the first question. One way that people cause greater erosion is by dash. So the options are building a terrace, removing plants, planting grasses and building the walls. So the right answer for this is which is the way which will cause greater erosion and which we do certainly is removing of plants. So basically large amount of plant is being cut down for the concern of construction, for the concern of roadways or anything else. So that is the most dominant or important reason. Next question, water can encourage mass flow by what? So the options are reducing friction between grains, undercutting a steep slope, weathering bedrock to clay minerals and all the above. So here the most important thing is what? Whenever the water is in a large or a tremendous amount, what happens? It reduces the friction of each and every particle present over there. So that because of that, what happens? It accelerates the flow of material, whatever it is, soil, rock, anything. Next question, which of the following is the most important factor in causing mass movement? So here the options are temperature, pressure, water content and bulk composition. Now all these factors are important, but the most important factor is what? The water content. Basically you see in the rainy seasons as well as in the desert area also, the factor or the erosion or the mass movement, whatever it is in tremendous amount. But in the case of mass movement, if you see, the water content plays an intense role. Next question, which of the following can trigger a landslide? So the options are an earthquake, a heavy rainstorm, removal of material from the basal of a slope and all of these. So here the right answer is all of these. So the earthquake can also trigger a landslide. Even the heavy rainfall is also going to trigger the landslide, as well as if the base of any type of slope is been removed, then definitely there will be a landslide. So all these factors are going to trigger the process of landslide. Next question, this type of weathering occurs when rocks weaken, then break down due to chemical changes in the composition of the rock. So the options are mechanical weathering, chemical weathering, erosion weathering and deposition weathering. So this is the answer is chemical weathering, as the chemical composition is going to change. Whenever a chemical weathering is done on a certain rock, the rock's full composition is going to change. It will not be similar to how it was before weathering. Okay, both the rocks will have different properties. Next question, these rocks were broken apart from the continuous freeze and thaw of water in the cracks of the rocks, and this is an example of dash. So the options are ice wedging, acid rain, permeability and abstraction. So right answer is ice wedging. So freeze and thaw is also called as ice wedging. Next question, exfoliation is what? So the options are rocks splits due to the root growing or animals digging holes. Second option, removal of large masses of rocks makes rock below them expand. Third, the peeling of rounded thin layer of the rock surface. And fourth, constant swelling and shrinking makes the rock cracks. So the right answer is peeling of rounded thin layers from the rock surface. So the exfoliation process is very similar for the how your onion looks. Okay, so onion has a rounded layers. So whenever you cut an onion, you can remove it layer by layer. So same thing is seen in the process of exfoliation. Each layer of the rock is being peeled away, and that layer is in a thin rounded shape. Next question, hydrolysis. A constant swelling and shrinking makes the rock crack. Removal of large masses of rock makes rocks below them expand. the peeling of rounded thin layer from the rock surface, and chemical reaction of water with other substances. So hydrolysis is a process where the water molecules, they start reacting with the material which is present inside your rock, and this type of process is called as hydrolysis process. So option D is the right answer. Next question, plant acids. So the options are chemical reaction of water with other substances, the peeling of rounded thin layer from the rock surface, removal of large masses of rocks makes the rock below them expand, an acid formed by decay of plants and animals eats away at rocks. So the plant acid is the acid form. Whenever you decompose the dead animals as well as the dry plant leaves or the dead plant leaves, so then such type of plant acids are formed. So that is the option D is the right answer. Next question, oxidation, the peeling of rounded thin layer from a rock surface, chemical reaction of water with other substances, acids formed by decay of plants and animals eat away at rocks, and chemical reaction of oxygen with other substances creating a rust. So oxidation is chemical reaction of oxygen with other substances which later on turns that substance into some different substance. Like iron, it gets rusted when it comes into contact with oxygen, and that is the process of oxidation. So this is all about assignment number 3, which is based on weathering and mass wasting. So thank you for watching. Do subscribe the channel.